And you end up going slower to go faster, because if you would have just whipped stuff on him and he goes to bucking, now you still got problems you got to work with all day long. So what seems slow is actually
Way fast.
setting a nice foundation for him. I mean, it's a horse that hasn't had exposure to this stuff.
He's like almost closing his eyes there. Is that because he's getting the dopamine from curiosity?
Don't start blinking those eyes. Yeah. What you don't want is to get that glassy eye where they're just sort of frozen and staring off. And he's a bright horse. He's going to be one of those that's out on the trail. Let me check this and let me check that. What are we doing? And I see if once he lets go of that, if he does, I just see same thing, just rub his shoulder and see if you can get that. Yeah, and you move real nice and slow with him. And he just licked and chewed right there. Well, he's halfway dressed. We got his underwear on. Can you put the saddle on your hip? We might get a roll. Just that minute is so important. Just that little spot there where we didn't go up and whip it on him, where he was saying, "Well, I don't know," and then we let his natural curiosity just take over. That's not Mama's cheap saddle.
This isn't mine. I'm borrowing this one because it's light.
Oh, good. Oh, then we can let him chew it.
No.
I take another step back and see if we can draw him in. Because we actually want him to move a little bit with that saddle pad up there, because that saddle pad was okay when he's standing still. But sometimes when they move and they realize, oh, hell, I got something up here.
And this is the time where you just wait and be.
Head down. Big snort. And that's all helping us, you know, as much as it's helping him. Because we much rather have him doing this. And he gets the dopamine when he moves towards, when he explores, not necessarily when we go after him with it.
It's just wonderful to have a paradigm of interaction that has nothing to do with punishment. It's not a you versus me. It's not a domination scheme.
And our task is making your window of tolerance bigger and opening up your horizons versus I'm going to get the saddle on him. Because it's not about getting the saddle on him. Because this pays off for everything. And then you find out, well, I need to check out that slicker, and I need to check out this, and I'm going to be okay with it in my world. Think you could sneak over there when he...
Let's go with the Latigo.
Yeah. Oh, he undid it. See, he's already saying. You just undo this. I know how those work. I don't know about that big old thing. I'm still kind of saying I'm not quite ready here. Can you bump that left shoulder? What I do and to save your arms as well.
Put it down for a little?
I put it nose down and just let him see what he thinks. There's our lick and chew. But he's getting a little tight there and starting to say, I'm not so sure I like you sneaking around here on my side. Now you already kind of got it over there.
I know, now I just have to pick it up and...
If you get in that spot again, as long as his feet are still, after you rub his shoulder, I'd see if I could put it on him. And we might. But I think he would reset anyway pretty quick.
Get a synthetic saddle for him.
I know. At least for the first day.
So all the biting and licking is just checking it out?
Yeah, that lick and chew right there is really good. Because remember that glossopharyngeal nerve is all parasympathetic fibers. So it's also good that we're doing this without restraining him. It's not like we got him all tied up there where he doesn't feel like he can't escape. Is he okay with stuff over his head?
I put a fly sheet over his head, or like a rain sheet.
You know, he got a little more disturbed once he lost it in one eye and picked it up in the other.
Yeah.
So I put that down. And I would just slowly lift my hand up over his head.
From the front or the way the saddle is?
Right where you are now is fine, without touching him. And then I just drop it down each side. And let's see if we get a response.
Tanja, have you worked with a flag with him? He's pretty much a blank slate. Pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also, not just over top, that's good. But I would just go from up and down, so he gets something that gets lifted up. And we're going to see how fast he licks and chews. eyes are blinking. We'll give him a second to. And now let's just stop and let's just see if we can get a lick in the chew. Or if his head will come down just a tad. There we go. And now, he might be somewhere a little different, so after he checks it out for a minute, he's still not way, he's not way up there. He's right within that window. I just tried to reintroduce that saddle to him again. Now that he's given himself another dose or two. If we don't get that saddle on, we've done a lot of great stuff. I mean, he's introduced to some new things. He's got things on his back. He's had to move his hand up over his head. He's had to pick up things from one eye, transferring over to another. So even if we just made this all about the saddle, we'd get hung up with that. And we've facilitated his curiosity. And he obviously feels safe. And to learn, you just need to feel safe. You have to have some motivation to seek things out. And we have to have their attention. We got everything going. We're just getting greedy about this saddle. But that's okay. Because actually, I don't think he's going to come apart. There's his lick and chew. So he self-regulated himself. He felt uncomfortable. And what he did is he gave himself his own dose of good drugs. And he's tight right now. And his lips are tight and his head's a little above the withers. But we're going to see if he can find that safe spot. This is watching the paint dry. Head comes down a little. Eyes blinking. Kind of replaying stuff. I don't know about this. Back and forth. Amygdala a little bit's telling him, you got something up there. But it felt better, the pathway to come down. If they don't know that they can come down, then they get in trouble. But if we've already showed him that he can get there, we just got to wait for him to find it again.
And this is where you're not patting and touching to interrupt, right? You
No.
Just let him be himself.
Watch his lips.
Yep.
Getting loose lips.
There's it.
Watch his lips. And once he finds that there, and he'll do this almost like he dozes off to sleep and comes back up. It's almost like, can I relax? Oh, nope, I can't. Can I relax? I better not give into it. And so this is where we wouldn't want to rush or go beyond this. all the important stuff.
There you
Look at
go.
that. All the important stuff is happening right here. I don't know, Mom. There's people out here. Once he knows he can get there, oh, get this, if he says, oh, get this off of me, you know, that's an external locus of control. I'm not comfortable, but if he can find that spot, whoa. See, and if you got him to freeze where he couldn't check out that stirrup, right, and then all of a sudden it bangs him, kaboom!
Yeah.
Right. He's got a lot of stimulus up there
Mhm.
that so we don't want to add more. Right.
If we think it's good, or praise, or support, like the best thing you can do is do the same thing in yourself. Find your own center, relax yourself. And then the us relaxes that much more. And he can find himself in that.
And so this is sometimes where you feel like they'll never lick and chew. I had a mule one time, and he wouldn't take an apple. He wouldn't lick and chew. He'd take like an hour. You know, I said, I know there's a lick and chew in there. And then eventually, and he came back down. But I had to wait him out. But I could have taken him over the other edge, and then
Sometimes it's like they're waiting for that. They're waiting for the thing that's going to push them into maybe a familiar fear. It can be as unfamiliar to them to relax themselves at first.
So the amygdala came in a little bit. And, but we're going to get a little let down here. He's going to snort, and he's going to lick his lips.
To pull this saddle off if I think he's gonna
Yeah.
panic and it comes crashing.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, 'cause
Yeah.
that's the only thing I've got. my
Oh,
hand up for.
absolutely.
Okay,
We're going to take the scary thing away
okay, that's.
if he starts to move.
sure.
But as long as he's processing it, we're going to try to stay with him.
Yep.
We're not going to even cinch him up today. If we
No.
get a lick and chew, the whole thing's coming off.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna ask you.
Yep. But there you go. That's a neural exercise. We got our lick and chew. He's good. Put it down. Let him investigate it again. What was on him? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. A first saddling.
Woohoo! Good boy.
Sorry if you expected the rodeo. I don't make this stuff up.
It works.
Good job.
A lot of people
Not
last
as
through
exciting
that.
as it should be.
Yeah, exactly. And what's going to happen is he's going to eventually say, well, what do you got for me next?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be a fun one to ride.
He is going to be great.
I can see that already. Like after that, he's just gonna be.
And when he starts to get